Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy P Funk thinking right out here in my lab, in the book. It's starting to get gooder, as my pastor would tell you. Let's go. I got a good one for you. We're gonna finish up on this. Who is God? I'm gonna tell you who He is and where He at too. How about that? Let's go. Right is 25 Rules to Live By. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's handle our business. Right thinking, mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. Yeah, that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself, and to my yacht be true. Now we get into, I just gave you the sign for Hetep. I just broke it down for you. We get a little more in depth into the sign Hetep, the symbol Hetep, and what it means. And then I'm going to break down where is God. Okay? Let's go. I just show you a sign Hetep. It tells you the symbol of Hetep, I just showed you, it represents an offering mat, which is considered a loaf of bread, aka divine food, in the center. It symbolizes that what? The gods are satisfied with you and at rest and at peace. This is not the peace of solitude or of silence, but a peace, pay attention, born of your desires and your lessness, which one feels when one has what all one needs fulfilled. When you reach the state when possessions, things, objects don't move you, that's Hetep. When you have peace within yourself, you don't need nothing to make you happy. You don't have to worry about having a bunch of money, big bank account, a big house to make you happy. Personal peace of mind. You live, you experience, you acquire those things. So that's when you get it, you can appreciate it. It don't just happen for you. It's not an accident. And when you reach that state, that's true peace. And that state of being, watch this, it does not arrive, it don't just happen, again, through worldly pursuits. What happened? But it's through the intuitional realization of what? Of your own true identity of who you are within yourself. Nobody can tell you God. You don't need to know somebody tell you. No, you need to know you and God are one. And watch this. Then there will be no mental agitation, confusion, mental reservation due to your desires or your psychological needs, which most people mistakenly misunderstand and try to fulfill. How? Through daily interactions in the world. Trying to find happiness, trying to find peace in the world. In the state of Hetep, when you reach that state of, you realize that for yourself. Okay? And one now is what? Fulfilled regardless of one's affairs and situations in life. I ain't got a dime, but I represent wealth. That's because I'm happy and content with who I am. If I had millions of dollars and didn't know who I was, I still wouldn't be happy. I still wouldn't have peace of mind. Whole bunch of money, whole bunch of other nonsense. Now people go through that and they realize, it ain't what he do. Yeah. That's why peace of mind, Hetep, was such an important thing to do for yourself. That's how you gain that concept. Now, doing this, that's only because you reached Hetep because you became enlightened to know thyself. Watch this. You know now that what? There is one God who manifests in many ways. Again, the netters, the cosmic forces we call elements, whatever, are where? Watch this. Where these elements at? Within all of us. And in all that is seen and unseen. The phrase, as above, that's the microcosm of God. As above, so below, we're the macro, the little part, the little fraction. We just little bits of that bit, we just a little bit of it. Understand that? So you're only responsible for you. God got everything else covered. You don't worry about God. Stop worrying about God. Just get to him. Okay? Get his blessings, earn his respect, and you'll be fine. And watch this. For all unseen and seen. And we as the children of God, because the Spirit is of God. So understand that cord that connects us all to one is the Spirit that God gives us. So we are the children of God. Now we have what? His powers. We're made in his image. Come on now. And don't take it for granted. Why? That's the God who made me. I look like him. Your God ain't going to be the same as my God unless you're my brother. I got a few of them out there, sister too. But we are made in what? The God who created us, the sperm that come from him, that's in us. That's who we are. That's the image that we have. The things that make us who we are internal. We got to realize that for ourselves. That's coming enlightened, becoming knowledgeable about yourself. And when you know that the same power that's in the cosmos, again, as above, the same power that it is also in you. As above, so below. So where's God? Therefore, as we learn about the cosmos, what are we doing? We're really learning about our true selves. I hope you understand this because it's making sense to me. As I'm reading it and breaking it down, it's making so much sense. But the more that we learn about what? Others. And also, the more we learn about ourselves. Again. This was my favorite for all my grasshoppers. Y'all know who y'all are. This was my first advice. When I first got enlightened, this is what I gave as advice. Make yourself the object of intense study. And you know what happened? You will discover God, not find him. You will discover him. That's what it takes to discover him. That's what I know, and I feel like that's the best advice I could give when I first started out doing this. And I still look back because I had to highlight that. I got to put that down. Why? That's still the best advice I can give you. That's how I got mine. Study, daily intense study, and putting the work in. And something magical happened. I freaked out because nobody told me. I didn't know. I was just doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just practicing what I'm reading, putting it to use, and all of a sudden, yeah. Oh man, I couldn't wait. So that's why I'm here doing it now. This is about 10 years ago. All right. So that's one of my first. All right. Now the coveted experience, the mystical experience, the enlightened, the atonement, whatever you call it. That's the experience at the end of this physical life on earth. Is the complete rejoining with who? The absolute. You going back to your maker. Every religious concept tells you that. They got it from us. Okay? Your universal Ba, that everybody that's in everybody. It becomes individual. Why? Because it's in each person. That makes it individual. All right? But you're a dual character. Spirit and matter come together. Your universal Ba, which is God, Neteru, the supreme being, all those names, yeah, But in order to do this, to continue your journey through eternity, and only way you can go to immortality and eternity is to pass the scales of Maya, live a good, righteous life, and go on into eternity. Other than that, recycle. Reincarnation. Simple as that. We have full understanding. Our ancients had a full understanding of that concept. Now that I do, I sign me up. Yeah, I'm all in. Okay, count me in. But now in the book coming forth by day, watch this. Oh, I'm good. In the chapter 17 of the book of coming forth by day, I couldn't put the whole thing. I just put coming forth on my last lesson I just gave out. From the year 5,500 BCE. Let's just start with that. The white man, they will take you back to Egypt, but they're only going to take you to the part that involves them, which is 3,000 BCE. They can't tell you about 5,000 BCE. They wasn't around. So they can't teach you what they don't know. Moving on, okay? Let's get to understand. Let's take chronology and understand how long we've been doing this. And we were doing it without them. Moving on. And it is explained, and again, it is explained that all the gods, netters as we call them, including the mythology of the Asar and Haru, the father and son. That's me and you. That's us. Your offspring coming off from you to what? To avenge what caused you your problem. Your son should be better so he don't fall for the same banana in the tailpipe, letting the ego trick him. No, don't trust the ego. Don't trust your uncle. That was one of the old classic concept. Everything has a purpose and reason. In the story, the moral of that story, watch that uncle. Moving on. Hindus got the same story. Indians got the same story. Everybody got an evil uncle. Or the king, whatever. But they always family member. That's the concept. Watch this. And brother on brother, the first murder was Asar and his ego. Set. Moving on. And where we at? Now, it explains that the netters and the great God inside who? All us common folk. They thought that God only served who? The rich and, the pious. What about the common folk? That's the God that we gave to you, which is really the one God we call Ra. Why? Ain't it right there in the sun? Ain't it right there? If we gave you Amun, where he at? We don't see him. Ra, yeah, we see him. Got it. So that was the concept. And further, it states what? That they are benefited who do what? Who achieve. This come right here. You benefit from achieving communion with Asar, a.k.a. the great God that's inside of you while on earth. Meditation, telepathically, is the only way you will be able to communicate with Asar. They thought it was necromancy, communicate with the ancestors. Oh, they communicate with the dead. No, just a spiritual aspect. Remembering them, okay? Remember, he's dead, but he still live on memory in me. Still there. You got another generation grandson who can remember him too. Now, the great-grand don't know him, they know of him. See, that's how it goes. But they don't know that nose, that face come from him, okay? But this is called generation. That's what it's called life. If you don't pay attention, you will miss it. If you ain't living it, you sure will understand it or enjoy it. Well, you might have momentary time where that's good, but to fully understand, just to live it. And when you're living it right, it's such an enjoyable thing to do. Moving on, trust me. Now, to reach enlightenment is to find God, know God for yourself while still alive. Let's talk about this right quick. Here you go. Now, I'm going to show you a picture of what they call Ra Harati. That's Ra and Haru come together. Right there. See the form right here? See the ram headed? I'm going to break all that regalia down. Remember, we taught in pictures. When they saw this, you can't see the ankh. The ankh is going to tell you he's holding the ankh in his hand. But you see, he got the ram horns. He got the Haru, the Ptah and Haru headgear. He got the sun disc. All those are symbolic of meaning something for every aspect of God, a.k.a. that time Ra. Ra Harati, aka Ra Haru. Okay? Are the name that was given, okay, to who? The nameless one. Okay? God. And in later Egyptian times, the dynastic period, it associated itself with what? The sun disk. And that gave it what? Concrete visual evidence, image for the purpose, right here, of what? Public worship. For the common folk. You can recognize, right? Everybody can worship the sun. Simple as that, okay? And then the hieroglyph on to the left, I just showed you, is Ra Harati, which is Ra Haru, and showing him holding the Ankh, that's what's cut out, which means the symbol of life. But you see right here, it's a little small form. This is the breakdown. You see one flag, that's one, that's Ra. Then you see the three flag, that's the net earth, okay? Sun disk, dot and circle, life, break it down for you right quick. And remember, this is how they talk. Those signs, that's a conversation. That's telling you something. Okay? Let me break it down. Souls, aka Haru, which is the son of the what? The self. The same nature. Watch this. Since they come from the same place where the Creator molded them, nor male or female are they. Why? Because in spirit, you don't need to be either or. Sex is a thing of bodies, not the soul. That's what I tell you. Going to the next, the physical body stay here. There's no need for sex. So all that who promised you 72 virgins, he lied. They lied. I don't care what, they lied. Okay, why? I just told you right there, the body stays there. Ain't no sex in the spirit. Moving on. Okay, I'm gonna show you a picture. Okay, from the Indian concept. This is their picture for God. If you look, you'll see half of him is a man, the other half is a female. Take note, okay? The left side, I'm gonna break that down for you. In Masons, did y'all know that when you become more than Masonry, they had your what? Your naked breast, your left breast naked. You know why? Pay attention. This will be a good lesson for you. And go ask one of your masters or somebody dean of instruction. Do they know the true meaning of the naked left breast concept for your initiation to the order? I'm Masonic. I'm a Mason. I know that too. I brought them in. Now watch this. Now, here you go. Above, I just showed you the Egyptian creator god, Amun, also spelled Amen, A-M-A-N, or A-M-M-O-N, whatever you want to call it. But he's depicted, and I just showed you the form of a ram-headed human. Body of a man, head a ram. Again, anthropomorphic. And Amun was represented first, watch this, without form. Again, circling the dot, the hidden force, creating and supporting all things. Again, one God, all things created, understanding. And then, as they gave him the ram-headed human as above, and finally, in his fully anthropomorphic form. Okay, watch this. In all forms, Amun wears what? The characteristic headpiece. Remember, you judge all of them by the headgear. It told you who they was. And he got the sun disk, I showed you that, of Ra. And he also had the two plumes of Haru and Ptah, again. And thus, Amun also, what you call, encompass the qualities of Ra. Nourishing, taking care, seeing over. That's what Ra did. That's what qualities encompasses the God. And Haru and Ptah. Haru, the spirit, and Ptah is the self-manifested one. So they go together, spirit and matter. Hence, what? They get a title to Amun, Ra, Ptah. 3 in 1. I gave that lesson a long time ago. Again, they break it down. They try to make it make sense. So now you got the ram is also a symbol of what? The human soul. The original soul, you see, it was the ram walking around. Okay, another story. But yeah, and the Ba, therefore, the true identity of every human soul is not the individual ego personality, which we know until you get knowledge of self, that's all we know, and that's what keeps us from knowing thyself. And you have to get rid of ego personality. But our moon, or the universal body, will be recognized once you do just that. Raise your conscious level to the next level, and you'll meet somebody. Your higher self, okay? Like a mirror, you're looking at yourself. I love that. I gave that lesson too. Now, on the bottom here, I just showed you the body of Ednaria. Okay, that's the Indian goddess. She represents the same thing that Amun represents from a different perspective. What's this? Haru was considered to be what? The symbol of androgynous soul. They call him the great He-She, meaning he had both sides, harmony within himself, as were Asar and Ra-Atum. In the Shabaka inscription, Ra-Atum represents the Egyptian version of the primal androgyny. Now, androgyny is what? Is one who has what? Achieved balance and harmony in themselves. I keep telling you that. How? By becoming at peace, again, Hetep, with what? With one's own complementary opposite forces, being male and female half. We got psychological problems with women believing they're man. Men believing in women. Why? They didn't have the balance. They know they got a little bit of both in you, but if you got the plumbing on the outside, then you're a male. Back in the ancient times, okay, I'll tell you, in order, Masonic order, they pull your left breast down to make sure you're a man. Know what they had to do? Before that, pull your pants down. That's all. No. We ain't got to worry about an infiltrator. Why? If he ain't got a hanging, it ain't one of us. They not like us. Get them, DK Dot. They not like us. They not like us. So they went a little more casual, just neck to left breast, because they saw the Haru, the spirit, is the great He-She, and it's left side female, right side male. And what's this? Atum depicted as looking at him or herself. As I told you, when you raise that level, Atum created by, you ready? He created creation by mating with him or herself, thereby expressing the idea that God, the one, was one, and from that original oneness came the many forms. Again, out of that dot, out of that one, came the many. And you understand that, we good. You try to make sense of something else, that's between you and something else. But this is what philosophy that we're showing you, and it makes sense. Watch this. Now, in this way, your spirit creates male and female, although spirit itself is neither and both at the same time. Don't get confused. Don't try to figure out. Understand, that's the power that God shows you, that he got male and female qualities. He can use them both at his will. We can't do that. When a man thinks he's a woman, he can dress up like a woman. He can act like a woman. But when it comes to having sex, he ain't the woman. So what he got to do? We ain't going there. But see, I'm going with that. And the woman, she ain't a man. She got to get that thing. So understand, nature already thought out. And to be either means you're harmony. That's maya, balance. To think you're one when you're not, that's a psychological problem. No other reason. Deal with it from that aspect. Don't give him a lifestyle. Say, well, it's okay to be a man. No, it ain't okay. Moving on. That's, again, can't force my opinion on nobody. You got to deal with that. I ain't got a problem with that. But nature frowns on that. That's all I'm saying. And nature is represented by God. So God don't like it. Thus, what? The indwelling spirit of all living and non-living things is androgynous. You got a little bit male, a little bit female. You got a little bit of this. Come on, man. That's what thought to be common sense. Now, I just showed you the picture. I gotta wrap this up. Yeah, I'm almost home. Good, we're right on time. I just showed you the picture. The goddess, God and goddess, at Arnaria, Eshwari, from the India, the androgynous spirit within every human being. They're showing you it's male and female. It's showing you right there, okay? And I'll break it down. Let me read it. I gotta keep telling you. I can just read it. It tells you right here. The Hindu goddess, Adhanari, the universal spirit, we got Haru, they had Adhanari. Watch this. Is the soul of all humans, the great He-She, and all of creation, the spirit that's in us. The Adhanari also represents our primal androgyny, which is the right side being male and the left side being female. When you went to the order, Masada order, they want to check out their left side. Make sure you one of us. I told you that we did it other way. Drop your pants. Drop tribe. Oh, no, man, we got to go to stop. And if you're a man, and other men, man, why should you have a problem with that? If you worry about another man's Johnson, you got some issues on yourself. I've been taking showers. I ain't never had a problem with another man's people. This ain't got nothing to do with me. He ain't mad. That's nonsense. Please stop. But again, that's all psychological. It's all in your mind. But remember, we have the qualities of both. That's what they're trying to show you. And you notice that the Ankh is in the genital part. That means both parts still got to be create life. The male and the female got to come together to create life. That's why the Ankh is at the genital parts. And the Ankh is at the level of the sexual genitalia because the Ankh, from the remotest times of Egyptian philosophy, it represents the union of what? Male and female principles which bestow life. We had to come together to create life. And two men ain't gonna create life, and two women ain't never created nothing but a good porno movie. But let that nonsense go. Thus, what? The same symbol that was used in Egypt, you know when? 10,000 BCE. So you keep telling me about what the Sumerians and the Babylonians, they got 4,000 years, they got 6,000 years, we got 10. So how's that longer? How's that older? We didn't have no will. Think about it. Moving on. I ain't got time for that nonsense again. I'm just giving a lesson. 10,000 BCE. That's how far back we have our philosophy, which later was used where? In India. Where? At 1,000 BCE. So 9,000 years, it still holds true because the Indians took it and made it famous. Watch this. Now, in Hindu mythology, again, showing correspondence between what? The Egyptian philosophy and the Indian philosophy. They mirrored each other pretty much. Why? Because it was good to be used in practice. That's why. That's the lesson. Well, I'll be back with tell you who are the gods. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Hope I'm getting my point across to you. I'm enjoying it. You can see that. And in closing, right thinkers, may y'all live to be 100. Me 100 minus a day. So I never know that my right thinkers have passed away. I'll be right back. Talking about God. It's all about God. That don't make me religious. It's spiritual.